So y'all might be wondering, what the hell is going on these days? Like, why is the Mandela effect happening? It's actually mind over matter. Or should I say consciousness over matter. Matter doesn't matter. Don't believe for a second CERN D-wave has anything to do with this effect, okay? Some of us vibrate on a higher frequency, and we actually shift our consciousness and understanding, therefore affecting matter itself. And we make different choices in different timelines, so we're basically living in a consciousness simulation. So we're actually shifting timelines all the time. We need to control our thoughts and control our matter simulation, like dreams. Control your thoughts. Welcome to Lazlow Zone.
According to the synchronized universe model, when our own frequency synchronizes with a parallel universe or dimension, it allows us to perceive it in the form of a vision, powers of levitation, miracles, knowledge, enlightenment, and even healing. Our bodies are made of atoms and subatomic particles. 99.9% of our body weight is comprised of protons and neutrons, which are then made of hexagons of 6 quarks, each made of dual pairs. Among the quarks are the mysterious strange and anti-strange quark. They are called strange because they have the ability to randomly just disappear from the core of the atom and then strangely reappear. There is no mathematical model to quantify the timing of when and why they will do this. Is there a connection to the behavior of the strange quark and human consciousness?
I don't think anyone's talking about one thing. Time travel. Nobody's talking about time travel. It's possible. Have you ever heard of Project Pegasus? Back in 1968, a guy named Andrew D. Basiago was a child who worked for the government because his dad worked for the government and was part of DARPA's US time-space time travel program. And not a lot of people are talking about it, but apparently time travel could have happened, and that would explain one thing. The Mandela effect, or the butterfly effect. Same thing.
And when I was debriefed later about what I saw during that, it was basically an hour probe. We were fastened to stanchions on the stage. We had these time-space suits that were sputter-coated with titanium and that had crystal helmets that we could both breathe through and talk through. We were sent for a half hour through wave after wave of this sort of pastel-colored gas or clouds. And then we were told that when we felt 3 pulses, we should look quickly to our left and right and try to see what was there. What was there was the Supreme Court building. And as I explained to my debriefer from the Office of Naval Intelligence down the hallway there, at ITT Defense Communications in Nutley, New Jersey, the Supreme Court by 2013 was under about 100 feet of brackish water. And I described how I could see algae growing on the columns of the Supreme Court building. And that hasn't happened yet. What is it? It's November 2nd of 2013. But I did have, that jump occurred on November 5th of 71, and I had a glitch teleporting back from New Mexico to New Jersey that set me on a second timeline. So the fall 1971 memories like this one, right before that glitch, could actually be remnants of a timeline that I've left, because clearly we haven't seen a global coastal flooding event that would put the Supreme Court building under 100 feet of water.
So if you haven't seen the butterfly effect, basically the guy has the ability to control his thoughts in the past, and he has blackouts, and then he goes back in time somehow with his mind, and then he wakes up and his future is totally different. And every time he does it, he has a different timeline that affects his life, and eventually he kills himself. I spoiled the ending, but it's not a very good movie anyway. A prime example in this world would be the Archduke Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary back in World War I. So the guy was attacked by some kind of free radicals that were trying to kill him. They threw a grenade at his car, his car almost exploded, but the people behind him, they actually did explode and they went to the hospital. So this Franz Ferdinand, he went to the hospital and he visits these people, and then when he gets back into his car, he goes back right into his car, back right on the road, and then his car stalls, or he was stuck in traffic. Anyway, he got shot. So if he didn't get back in his car, World War I wouldn't have started. That's how World War I started, because this guy got shot in the head. So if you could imagine World War I not happening, then where would we be today?
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now, back to our show.
So sadly, Hugh Hefner died. He died at a ripe young age of only 91 years old, which is so young and sad. What I was thinking is, Stan Lee is also, he's 94 years old. The Queen is like a million years old, maybe 91. She's 91 years old. But I was thinking, you could collect a whole bunch of that stuff, and then when they die, you could make some money off of it. It's not a bad idea. Anyway, so people are saying that Hugh Hefner died a few years ago, but he just died, like on the September 29th. So, just putting it out there. Does anyone watch Conan OBrien? Or should I say his actual real name is Conan OBrien now. I thought it was O'Brien. That's how you spell Brian, right? But it's spelled like with an E instead of an A. Kind of reminds me of, I don't know, Jim Carrey, or should I say Jim Carrey? Just watch this.
Well, no, it's very good to have you on the show. And it's really always fun talking to you. And you know, it's interesting. I think people have this perception of you as just being a, you know, funny, crazy guy.
I think they know me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then you snap at them like that, and then they get scared. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, but you know, it's funny.
They try to feed me.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm up in the car, breaking the window.
Yeah. But you know, you're deeper than that. Like, I know you're into a lot of reading. What are you reading these days? What are you studying? What are you into?
I gotta tell you, I absolutely love reading. I'm a huge reader. And when I pick up something, I just can't put it down, you know? Like quantum physics, that's my favorite.
Quantum physics?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Quantum physics? Like what?
I was just reading this incredible paper on the stochastic phase shifting of parametrical-driven electron in a penning trap. And apparently, a bistability arises dynamically in this specific parametrically driven systems because the phase psi of the electron's steady-state oscillation can either have the two values separated by pi.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know, that was amazing. You know, you shot. It was great. That was incredible. Because, you know, it's funny. What shocks me about an electron in a penning trap is that most amplitude collapses are accompanied by a phase flip. Given that the rate of escape from an attractor depends exponentially upon an activation energy E as the diffusion constant D approaches T sub N, and rho approaches epsilon to the negative E over D.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know.
No question there.
Yeah.
No question
We
there.
talked about this.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
Conan, I don't know about that, Conan. Have you considered that the parametric driving force excites a nearly resonant electron oscillation at the drive frequency? Omega sub D over 3 equals omega sub Z plus epsilon. It's a classic example of the period doubling that occurs when a linear oscillator is strongly driven.
Next, did you just say that the omega sub D over 3 equals omega sub Z plus epsilon?
Yeah.
Whoa. It's actually omega sub D over 2 equals omega sub Z plus epsilon. Wow. Wow, Max. Max, you know nothing about quantum physics.
You're right.
So NASA's pretty cool. It's got a logo. I can't tell which one it's supposed to be because I'm pretty sure it's just NASA. But there's other people saying it's like N upside down V, S upside down V. Who knows? I guess we'll have to call NASA and ask them. If you like Dr. Pepper, I'm sorry, but the dot died. And who wants to go to the funeral with me? Because I really like that dot. Now it's like Der Pepper. And also the letters are connected. It's kind of cool. You know, good job, Dr. Pepper. Don't really get why he did that, but maybe we're just crazy.
Man, I'm really craving a Dr. Pepper.
Grave Rider! He always has a Dr. Pepper when you're craving Dr. Pepper!
Grave Rider, hit me.
Sorry, man, that was my last one.
But your song just said you always have Dr. Pepper.
I got you.
Grave Rider! He's spraying Dr. Pepper cause he's out of Dr. Pepper!
See you guys.
Woo! When you crave.
If you live in New York City, I bet you might notice there's a bunch of really weird, strange towers popping up on every subway and every bridge because they're installing some kind of RFID device that will scan every single vehicle that goes in and out of that city. Well, I'm glad I don't live there because that's pretty freaky, man. But they popped up all over town. There's a lot of confusion going on because of the Statue of Liberty. People are saying it was on Ellis Island. Well, it makes sense to me that it would be on Liberty Island, but it's always been on Liberty Island. And people have proof that it's been on Ellis Island. I don't know. I'm not from there. If anyone else can help me find proof that it was on Ellis Island, that would be cool. Do it. If you got kids, I got the perfect car for you, okay? It's a Mercedes Benz. Those are really nice cars. But it's nice and fast, it's super powered, and it's a station wagon! Why are all these nice vehicles making station wagons? Like, who in their right mind would even want to buy one of those? Seriously. Everyone has heard of the Great Wall of China, okay? Everyone. If you haven't heard of the Great Wall of China, that's because you have been homeschooled and you are not allowed to watch TV and only read the Bible. So, there's also the Great Wall of India. And like, that's apparently just as big as the Great Wall of China. And I've never heard of it in my life. This Great Wall of India is the second biggest wall in the world, but you've probably never heard of it, which is insane. Okay. So apparently back in 1964, they invented a hover mower. Yeah, like a lawnmower that hovers. Where do you get one of these things, and how do they work? Well, they've been around for a long time. Check it out. Okay. Okay, think about Mike Tyson. What is he famous for? Think about it. A tattoo on the face? No. A tiger? No. No, he bit some guy's ear off. But apparently, according to history, that never happened. People remember him eating a guy's ear right off and spitting it at the camera, but that never happened. He kind of just bit the guy's ear a bit. When I first discovered the Mandela effect, I was definitely going through some changes, and my chest hurt so much I couldn't even move. Anyway, lately this has been happening again, and I looked up the sternum. I thought it was just one piece, but apparently it has 3 pieces, and where I have pain right now, it's on that top piece, which is called a manubrium, which is the dumbest word in the world. But there's also a tiny piece at the bottom. I think the body changes that happened are on a conscious level. And for some reason, we're going into this golden age of consciousness, and it's affecting our physical form in some way. Screw you, Grey's Anatomy. If you're Christian, no need to offend you. But listen, Jesus, in the Bible, it says, was hung on a tree. Acts 5:30. The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, whom you murdered by hanging on a tree, not a cross. It says, Acts 5:30. Check it out. I didn't write it. So in the story, when he was carrying his cross, he was actually carrying what? A pole or a tree up the hill to his death? It changes the whole story of the crucifixion, which is a crucifix on a cross, not a tree or a pole. Anyway. So if you go to church on Sunday and you're worshiping God on a Sunday, that's actually a pagan sun god religion. If you didn't know that, Constantine changed the religion and he was worshiping Christos Helios. That's a pagan religion. Just letting you know. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? Also, the Sabbath is on a Saturday, not a Sunday. 9/11 is already full of way too much controversy, but I'm gonna pump it up a notch. Because I remember just building number 1 and 2, obviously they fell. They were demolished, but whatever you want to say. And building number 7 fell. But now, building number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 all were demolished. Yeah, okay. Right. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, man.
About crime in our city.
A lot. Because that's what Jesus wants. 9/11 was bad.
I agree with that.
God, I can't believe how easy this is.
Mrs. Griffin, what are your plans for cleaning up our environment?
9/11.
Mrs. Griffin, what about our traffic problem?
9/11.
One of my favorite shows as a kid, it was Americantale. You know, 5-0 Goes West, that little mouse show. It was awesome. So, it has always been an American tale, like a tale of a mouse, not like a tale like a story, which makes no sense. And it's like the stupidest things that are changing. It's the same thing, but on a different timeline where it's a little different, which proves that there are 2 sides to everything. There is a multiverse. It is proof. I don't care what anyone says. I have proof.
Or you've seen the last of Miss Kitty. Get your hands off me! All of them! Help!
I never taught him that one.
You harm one patch of fur on her, and I'll tear you apart. One leg at a time. Okay, Wiley.
Let him rip, kid.
Yes, sir, Mr. Burpser.
Oh, no.
Mommy's going to take care of you forever and ever and ever.
I'm sure all of you were children at one point, and you might have children, I don't know. But the three little pigs, what is the line? You know, the wolf will blow your house down, right? That makes sense. But apparently, just watch the video. I can't even do it.
House and barely got away from the wolf.
Brother, the wolf is going this way. What are we going to do?
The oldest piglet answered, very sure of himself.
Don't worry. The wolf cannot come in this house.
A little later, the starving wolf came by the third piglet's house of bricks and stone and yelled to the three piglets.
Open the door and let me in. If you don't, I'll huff and puff and blow your house in.
Blow your house in? Like, blow your house in. Wouldn't you be sucking it in? Blow your house in. Like collapsing it in? That's just bad English. Once again, bad English. Are we gonna wake up one day and I'm gonna be French? Like, what is happening? Seriously. Clearly, if you've seen my other videos, you will notice that I have way too many Wizard of Oz Mandela effects, okay? And here's two more.
Are you ready now? Yes. Say goodbye, Toto. Yes, I'm ready now. Then close your eyes and tap your heels together 3 times. And think to yourself, there's no place like home. 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 Wake up, honey. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no.
When she's gonna leave the Wizard of Oz land, she clicks her heels 3 times, right? No, go watch the video again. And she taps her heels 3 times. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home!
Goodbye, Dorothy. Goodbye, Lion. Goodbye, Dorothy. And I think I'll miss you most of all, Scarecrow.
Oh, okay. Kind of an odd thing to say.
Yeah, sort of a weird comment right in front of all of us.
Kind of thought this was a team effort.
Yeah, really glad I risked my life and everything.
Yeah, so you're like 5 minutes from gone and you leave with that?
Yeah.
You know, it's like cutting a huge fart and then walking out of the room. And that's how we'll remember you, as a big fart.
Goodbye, big fart.
The other thing is the monkeys are disgusting looking. Like, they're creepy now. They're like clowns. People clown monkeys. They're disgusting and weird and blue-faced. They never looked like that before. Did somebody have like a backup script? I don't get it. Did somebody film the movie twice and then release it twice? Like, and then people have the original copy? Like, oh man. You go look at the art of the like flying monkeys online and it doesn't look like these disgusting blue-faced ugly things. It's weird. And who would make them look like that? Just creepy. You know, I've seen a dolphin, I've seen a shark, I've seen a whale, but have you seen a finback whale? Which is basically the definition of a dolphin mixed with a whale. It's called a finback whale. It has a fin, and it's a whale. Weird. And then one day we're going to wake up and there will be a dolphin shark. I discovered something awesome. Blue bumblebees. But you think that's weird? Bees actually bark. I had a vent on the side of my little camper here, and I had my head up against the vent while I was trying to sleep one time, and I heard this like little barking noise, like Oh, pardon me. Oh, sorry. Oh, coming through. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just sorry. Oh. Next up, blue tarantulas, golden bats, flying scorpions, flying spiders. No, those don't exist yet. Flying spiders don't exist yet. Or maybe they do, I don't even know. Now I'm gonna leave this video off with something adorable, like giant freaking squirrels. Those are fun. Anyway, I love you guys. And if you guys think I should make t-shirts and stickers, I can do that. Just if I have enough of you who want them, I will make them. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you. And have a good night.
You do it.